Coordinate algebra, exponential functions. Using function notation, data from an equation, data onto the graph. Pink lesson. Function notation. What does it look like? How can I use it? Well, we do know that y equals f of x. So how are we going to use it? We're going to come in and we're going to say not y equals, but f of x equals 2 raised to the x power minus 4. That was what it looks like. We're going to plug in 4 everywhere there was an x. So now on the right hand side we have 2 raised to the 4th power minus 4. Let's go ahead and work this out. We're just going to work on the right hand side, leave the left hand side alone. 2 raised to the 4th power is 16. So now we have 16 minus 4. 16 minus 4 is 12, and there is our answer. Notice we did all the work on the right hand side. Let's have some fun. We're going to work backwards. Well, what do I mean by that? Notice I gave you an equation that I've already plugged in a value for x. What did I choose for my value for x? 8, didn't I? Well, I want to go back to my original equation. What would it look like? How would I do that? Well, everywhere there was an 8, I'm going to replace it with x. There's my original function. I now have f of x equals 5 times x raised to the 2nd power plus 4 times x minus 7. This is a quadratic equation. We're not really studying those this year, but I just thought it'd be fun to look at one. Well, it's your turn to work backwards. Notice that problem number 1 and 2 are linear. 3 and 4 are your new exponential functions. Go ahead and stop the video and you work these backwards back to the general equation. Okay? Have fun. Data from an exponential equation. Well, let's go get ourselves an exponential equation. F of x equals 3 raised to the x power minus 4. Great, we have an exponential equation. What value did I plug in for x? 2. Now, how are we going to do this on our calculator? Well, go get your calculator and look for one of these two buttons. This is the button we're going to use. 3. Hit the button. 2. Hit enter. You should have gotten 9. Now on the right hand side we have 9 minus 4. Well, not 9 minus 4 is 5. There is our value for x and y. X is 2, y is 5. Well, let's write this as a traditional ordered pair. Open parentheses, 2, comma, 5, close parentheses. Or we can write it as our new function notation. F of 2 equals 5. My x is 2, my y is 5. I can also put it into a function table. X is 2, y is 5. Alright, let's have you work on your worksheet again. Look for your turn. This is the function we're going to use. F of x equals 3 raised to the x power minus 4. Look at your worksheet. What value did I choose to plug in for x? 3. Alright, how do we do this on our calculator? Well, let's get the calculator and see which button you have on your calculator that we're going to use. In this case, we're going to push in 3, then push that button, and then 3 again. Write that down. and then write minus 4. Now enter that new number you got when you raised 3 to the third power and subtract 4. That should be your answer. That should be your y. You can put it into the function table at the bottom of the paper. Your turn number 2. We still have the same function. But what am I raising that power to? What did I choose for my x value? 1. Go ahead again. We're going to use one of these two buttons on your calculator. 3. Push the button. 1. What do you get? Write it down on your paper. Got to see your work. When you're done, go ahead and put it into the function table at the bottom. Your turn number 3. All right, we're still using that same exponential equation. All right, look at your paper. What value did I plug in for x this time? 0. Okay, we're still going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to go look at our calculator and find which button we're going to use. We're going to go 3, hit the button, 0. What did you get? Write it on your paper. Write subtract 4. Now again, we're going to enter that number we got when we raised 3 to the 0 power, and we're going to subtract 4. That should give you your y value. You can write it in the function table down below. And now we're done with problem number 3. If you haven't put your data into the data table, let's do that now. That's question number 4. Question number 5 says to write your data as in ordered pairs. Get that done. You may need to pause the video to do this. Now let's flip the worksheet over. I first want you to label the x-axis and then label the y-axis. You're now going to put your data onto the graph. I put the ordered pair, open parentheses, 2, 5, close parentheses, on the graph already. Now it's your turn to put your data onto the graph. When you're done, turn your worksheet into your teacher. Bye-bye.